Hello everybody, this is going to go over the discussion board 2, refuting and opposing. But before you jump into the prompt, make sure you have at least completed the argumentative essay models and phrases quiz. There's a lot of information that will help you complete discussion board number 2. And discussion board number 1, you're giving the classes of each. And now in discussion board number 2, you're going to oppose and refute who is of higher class. Let's go into the prompt. Again, so not in last week's, but in this week's discussion board prompt, number 1, you had to decide which social class Mama and Atticus belong to. Now this time, instead of, you're going to take that information from the discussion board 1, and now you're going to say, well, who is of a higher class? So your topic sentence could be, if you think Atticus is of a higher, he's the pro, and then Mama would be your con, okay? Now, if you decided last week that they're both from the same class, change one up. Maybe make Mama from the lower class or Atticus, but you want to have a discrepancy. Or if you think they're from the same class, you can say that, but then say something about, even though they're from the same class, so-and-so is just a little bit higher. Okay, but you have to have a distinction between pro and con. Okay, so you're going to take the discussion board information. You can use the same information from the discussion board 1. You're just going to rearrange it. So who is of a higher class? Now, not what class are they from, who is from the higher social class. Again, it's the same videos you're going to use that you used in discussion board number 1. Again, you're going to use one in-text citation from each of the novels and then one in-text citation from the videos. If you want to use the same in-text citations that you use in discussion board 1, I'm okay with that. I'm just really focusing on that you know how to refute, to oppose and refute. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Remember, you're going to have 4 parts in this paragraph. Remember, this is just a discussion board paragraph, and I want you to set it up like this, okay? Now, I'm going to use Lee and Angelo again here. I used it in the other video. So again, I have my heading, and then an opposing paragraph, Angelo versus Lee. Of course, that would be centered. So here, opposing views may claim that Lee is a better author than Angelo. Here, Lee is my con, because opposing views claim that Lee, who do I think is? Who is my pro? Angelo. Okay, I think I switched that in another video, but go with this one. So for this one, maybe somebody else. This is somebody else. They disagree with me. They're saying, no. Angelo is the pro. Lee is the con. So we want to give evidence for the opposing. So we want to get some evidence for Lee. So admittedly, Lee has won more literary awards than Angelo. This is not true. I'm just making this up. So we want to bring in some facts about Lee because we don't want to hide anything from our readers. Yes, Angelo's our pro, but we want to bring in some facts for Lee, so it makes our essay more well-rounded, and it makes it argumentative. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so admittedly, Lee has won more literary awards. Counter the argument or refute. Okay, yes, Lee has won. So we'll say Lee has won more literary awards than Angelo. However, Angelo has won the most highly coveted literary award than Lee, and Lee has not. So Lee is the opposing. She has won more awards, hypothetically. However, yes, she has won more awards than Angelo, but Angelo has won the best, the most highly coveted literary award. So we're spinning it back. We're refuting back to make Angelo, our pro, the stronger. And then conclusion, ultimately, is evident that Lee has won more literary awards than Angelo. Ultimately, I don't know if I have it twice, but anyway, the quality of literary awards outweighs the quantity. So my point here is you're going to do it just like this. Part 1, introduce, make that. Opposing views may claim these key terms come from the form, and you should have watched that, and I also have it. I'll show you in a second. So highlight the key words that you use from the format, from the document that I made for you. Does it look strange to set up your paragraph like this? It does. However, this is practice. We're a scaffold team. scaffolding. So put these in there, put your answers in there, and again, yours would be, let's say that we have Mama being from the lower class and Atticus from the higher. So Atticus is our pro, Mama in this case would be our opposing or our con. So it would be opposing views may claim that Mama is from a lower, is from a higher, yes. Opposing views may claim that Mama, our con, is from a higher class than Atticus. Atticus is our pro. Well, why would some people think Angelou is richer than Atticus? Admittedly, Mama owns her own store, period. This puts her at a higher wealth than Atticus because he is a lawyer. He doesn't own his own business. Then spin it back. Well, yes, Mama does own her own store, but she's also in the African American or the black area, which makes her maybe poor based on her race, where Atticus is a lawyer and makes more money and he lives in town. So something like that, and then your conclusion overall or ultimately, it is true that Atticus has more wealth or is from a higher class than Mama. Okay? Now some people may switch this. They may think that Mama's the pro and Atticus is the con or the opposing. Whatever you want, whatever you think, as long as you support it here. Alright, and of course we know that's due on Wednesday. Okay, everybody, good luck. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, and I also wanted to let you know one more thing. The quiz, the essay quiz models and phrases, if you open it up, there is a video, and then this is all here where I talk about everything that goes into it, which you should have done already before you attempted to write the discussion board 2. But if you come out of here, and here's discussion board prompt 2 right here. I've made this. It's the same as that has the video in it, but I made it just one copy. If you want to make a copy of it, make it easier, or use this as a reference. Okay? So for the rest of the semester, because we're going to be using this to organize our argumentative essays. Okay, everybody, good luck. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye. Oh, one more thing. I forgot. There's also a video here of a opposing and refuting paragraph. It's basically going to go over everything I just did about Lee and Angelou, Atticus, and Mama. And this will just break down a different form, a different way of showing it. Okay, so if you need extra practice, watch this video. Okay, take care.